Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Brian. We're going to look at a HVLP today. Before we get started, let's talk about safety. Make sure you wear your appropriate safety gear. Um, you want to keep yourself safe. You want to leave the earth with whatever God gave you when you came in. Always check your pressures. Make sure everything that's electrical is unplugged so we don't have to worry about a shock hazard, things of that nature. Just be careful. Today we're not going to talk about how to actually fix an HVLP. We're going to talk about the importance of keeping your equipment clean. As you can see, this is a Titan Cap Spray 95. Good basic little unit for HVLP work. Has a remote connection here for a remote cup. But we're not talking about that. You can see the condition of this machine and understand not everything is going to stay as if it were new. But when your job depends on your equipment and how well your equipment works versus having the equipment in the shop for repair, that's going to make a difference. When you use a machine and you wear it down, you've made money with it. That's one thing. When you fail to maintain and take care of your equipment and you've got it in the shop, it's making $0 for you that day. My typical turnaround time on equipment repair is 2 days or less. So that's an advantage to my customers when they come in because 2 days down is not terrible. I do know a lot of shops spend considerable more time doing repairs on their equipment, but I understand that this machine sitting in here is not making you $1. It's costing you dollars because of the repair, but it's also costing you dollars because you're not using it to do whatever job it is you plan to use it for. But you as the owner of the equipment, you have to share a lion's portion of the burden of maintenance of this machine. So you see what this machine looks like. This is a high volume, low pressure. This is for fine finish. This is for detailed, very nice work. This is not blow and go. This is take the time to do it right, make it look very nice. And that can only happen one way, two ways, but one way is with the proper equipment and user, and the second is proper maintenance of the machine. This machine should never look like this. This is terrible. This is causing problems for the customer. Now, they have a filter on this side. We have a filter on this side. You have an intake for the HVLP system itself, and then you have an intake for the motor to keep all of that cool. I'm going to pop this off real quick. This is the filter. As you can see, the filter should, on the inside, you see the dust coming off of it. That tells you this filter should have been replaced a long time ago. When I pull it off, you have a pre-filter, and it should not look like a swirl on the filter. This is terrible. Okay, this is beyond that. You see the solid pieces breaking off of this. This is not acceptable. Your machine should not have to try to function through this type of a filter. You're getting a very poor quality finish. You're completely avoiding the reason why you bought this machine in the first place. I'm going to pull the secondary filter off on this side. There's the pre-filter, again, filthy. And this is the paper cartridge for the turbine side. And it's a little more difficult to tell how bad this is because it's paper cartridge, but this tells the tale. Not only that, I'm going to move these out of the way. We're going to look inside the machine here. And you can see, I mean, they literally have liquid paint had been poured into this machine somehow, don't know how, and dried up. This is, imagine you trying to breathe through your filter or your respirator with a filter like this. Here's the opposite side. And you can see what we've got here. On the inside, there's a filter right here, but you can see this is, you're doing nothing but throwing money in the trash when you fail to take care of your equipment. This machine here runs about, say, $1,000 or so. It's a 95. It's Titan, one of my favorite HVLP setups, but in excess of $1,600, $1,700 for the the 115, somewhere in that area. It has a check filter light on it, but this machine, when he brought it in, he said that the check filter light never come on. So this is like an idiot light. This is at rock bottom, this light will come on. You should change these filters before the light comes on. You can see, without a doubt, you don't need a light to tell you this is not good. I went ahead and took the 4 screws off the bottom. Like I said, this is not for repair. This is just to show you the importance of your filters on all your sprayers, not just HVLP. I'm going to pull the cover off. This is the inside. Now, granted, everybody gets busy. You're making money. You got time frames to work with. But this is not acceptable. This is just terrible. This costs you. Yeah, you might make more money on the job by overlooking what you got going on here. But in the end, what good is that money going to do you when you're spending it for maintenance because you failed to keep the machine clean? And look at the... Now what this does, now I'm not trying to belittle or berate, I'm just trying to save you money and time and headaches. What this does, this buildup of overspray, not only does it get into the air that you're actually using for your fine finish in this situation, which is going to actually be degraded by the amount of old overspray that's breaking off and kicking into the air, but it also overheats this motor. Overheated motor shortens the life of this motor, and then you're in a situation like this gentleman here where the cost of repair actually exceeds the cost of replacement. So he's basically going to throw this in the trash simply because he failed to maintain the proper maintenance on this machine. This should never look like this. It should be nearly 100% clean. It's not going to be 100% clean because things happen. There's nothing that's 100% that's going to keep this from getting some overspray inside. But I can't stress to my customers enough the importance of maintenance on their equipment. It will keep you busy. It will keep you using the machine and not fixing the machine. Kind of a short video today, but I think it's important to let people know the value of maintenance, proper maintenance, frequent maintenance when it comes to their equipment. This is your moneymaker. This is how you pay your bills. I appreciate your time. Got any questions or thoughts, please share them with me. Otherwise, subscribe. Drop any kind of requests you may have on machine repair or use. I'll try to do what I can to put a video up to show you what we got. Again, thank you very much.